that both nations would work together to explore new avenues of cooperation. Professor Dr. Mohammad Younus said Bangladesh and the US share a long history of friendship and collaboration across numerous areas of mutual interest. Chief Advisor Professor Dr. Mohammad Younus left Dhaka for Davos, Switzerland last night on a 4-day official visit to attend the annual meeting of the World Economic Forum. A flight of Emirates Airlines carrying the Chief Advisor and his entourage left Hazrat Shah Jalal International Airport 1 a.m. last night. During his visit, the Chief Advisor is expected to hold bilateral talks with German Chancellor Olaf Scholz, Finland President Alexander Stubb, King Philip of Belgium, and Thai Prime Minister Paetongtarn Shinawatra. The Chief Advisor will also hold meetings with Sheikh Latifah meetings with Sheikha Latifah bint Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, daughter of Prime Minister of Arab Emirates, United Arab Emirates, Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, Christine Lagarde, President of the European Central Bank, Sadiq Clegg, President of Global Affairs at NETA, Dr. Agnes Kalamard, Secretary General of Amnesty International, and Dr. Gozi Okonjo-Iweala, Director General of the World Trade Organization. A separate dialogue on Bangladesh will be held at the World Economic Forum, where global business leaders and CEOs of various international organizations will join. The Chief Advisor is scheduled to return home on Saturday next. The newly appointed Charge d'Affaires of the U.S. Embassy in Dhaka, Tracy Ann Jacobson, has reiterated our country's commitment of supporting the interim government on various issues, including development and counter-terrorism. She made the remarks during a meeting with Chief Advisor Professor Dr. Mohammad Younus at the State Guest House, Jamuna, yesterday. The Chief Advisor discussed the ongoing reform process of the country, efforts to build political consensus on the July Uprising Proclamation, and plans for the upcoming general elections. Regarding the July Proclamation, he expressed his hope that political parties will reach a consensus on it by early February. Stating that no opposite opinion has been received on the July Proclamation so far, the Chief Advisor said establishing unity is the main theme of the proposed proclamation. He also said the government will not impose any ideology but will play the role of a facilitator in reaching consensus on July Proclamation. The voters list update process has been started yesterday. Chief Election Commissioner CEC a.m.m. Nasiruddin inaugurated the process at the Upazila Parishad Auditorium in Savar yesterday. Addressing the occasion, the Chief Election Commissioner said, imbued with the spirit of the July Uprising Commission wants to ensure the franchise to the people of the country. He called on the people to protect the right to vote and build resistance against all irregularities in this regard. It may be mentioned that under this process, information and of eligibility citizens will be collected by going door to door until 3rd February. Field workers appointed by the Election Commission will collect information of those born on or before 1st January 2008 and those who were excluded from the previous voters list update process. In order to become a new voter, citizens will have to provide Bengali and English copies of their birth registration certificate, ID cards of their parents, copies of educational qualification certificates, blood group document, telephone or mobile number information. This is Bangladesh Betar giving you the news. This news will also be available on our website at www.betar.gov.bd. Home Advisor, retired Lieutenant General Jahangir Alam Choudhury has said the BGB will be able to use tear gas and sound grenades along with lethal weapons in the country's border areas. He was briefing the reporters after the meeting of the Law and Order Advisory Council at the Secretariat yesterday. The advisor said permission has been given to purchase those weapons so that the BGB can use sound and tear gas in the border area to maintain order, stating that the uniform of the police, RAB and ANSA forces have been changed to enrich the mentality, increase morale and prevent corruption. He said the force will soon be seen in new uniforms. Gaza's Palestinian Civil Defense Agency says it has pulled 137 bodies of those killed in Israeli attacks from under rubble since the start of the ceasefire in Rafah alone. The agency also said an estimated 10,000 bodies are buried under the concrete wasteland in Gaza. Meanwhile, at least 3 Palestinians have been killed and a further 8 wounded by Israeli gunfire in Rafah despite the ceasefire. The UN's humanitarian office says, citing information from Israeli authorities, that 915 aid trucks entered Gaza. Palestinians in Gaza are returning to their ruined homes and awaiting the delivery of much-needed food and medical assistance. Cricket and Chittagong Kings beat Durbar Rajshahi by 111 runs in the Bangladesh Premier League (BPL) at Zohar Ahmed Chaudhry Stadium in Chattogram last night. Batting first, Chittagong Kings scored 191 for 8 in their stipulated 20 overs. In reply, Durbar Rajshahi were all out, scoring 80 runs with 34 balls to spare. Earlier, in other match of the day, Dhaka Capitals defeated Sylhet Strikers by 6 runs at the same venue. Batting first, Dhaka Capitals scored 196 for 6 in their stipulated 20 overs. In reply, Sylhet Strikers managed to score 190 for 7. Finally, weather and forecast valid till 1 this afternoon says moderate to thick fog may reduce surface visibility to 200 meters or less over the river basins of the country during next 3 to 4 hours, commencing from 5 this morning. River craft shall proceed with caution, but no signal is to be hoisted. To end the news, the main points again. Donald Trump sworn in as U.S. President for second term, vowing sweeping change. Chief Advisor Dr. Younus greets. Chief Advisor left for Switzerland last night to attend World Economic Forum. U.S. reiterates support to interim government on various issues including counterterrorism and development. Nationwide voters list update campaign launched. CEC says Commission wants to ensure people's voting rights. Government allows PGB to use tear shells and sound grenades at border. Decides to change uniforms of RAB, police and ANSA. And Chittagong Kings and Dhaka Capitals win their respective matches in BPL T20 cricket in Chattogram. That is the end of the news. This news will also be available on our website at www.betar.gov.bt. Our next bulletin will be at 9 this morning.